expecting a video about the season 4 finale.
Oh man, why Luigi time?
Yeah, please forgive my audio quality for that. My mic isn't the best quality, and noise removal in Audacity hasn't exactly been kind to me. If there's anyone who could show me how to use it effectively, I'd really like to know how. So the season 4 finale has aired, putting an end to season 4. Overall, it was a pretty good end to a pretty good season. I just didn't particularly want to talk about it yet. I'm not all that great about talking about individual episodes. I mean, I've been working on a video about Mod Pi for a while now, and I've just hit a huge brick wall when it comes to getting my thoughts down. I have the intro done and everything, but everything past that has just been a blur. I find it a lot easier to talk about elements of a show, usually somehow related to the character or narrative. With that said, that brings us to the topic of today's video. Have you ever heard this argument while discussing cartoons or anime or comic books? Oh, why do you care so much about the way that it looks? After all, isn't it completely and totally about the narrative and nothing else? Oh, I want to punch people who make that argument really hard. If you don't care about how a medium of a visual nature looks, then what are you doing consuming it? Go read a novel or listen to a radio drama or something. Those are mediums where you can visualize something to your liking in your head. The same cannot be said for a medium where the imagery is presented to us. I mean, in the end, when consuming a piece of media, what are we ultimately doing? To quote the nostalgia critic, we're submitting to an illusion. We're submitting ourselves to the subject's worlds and characters. And a big part of creating a visual medium is making something that visually can hold our interest and can even help us be caught up in the illusion. So when something looks good, like say My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, the subject of today's video, it helps us become more engrossed in the world and characters presented to us. There's a really great bit around the beginning of Digibro's Mod Pi video, man I can't stop referencing him in my videos, can I? Where he brings up a piece of animation on Rarity, more specifically the head bobble she does to indicate that she can barely keep a Paracat straight before they're going to meet Mod. He discusses how it gives us more insight into Rarity's character, helping us to better understand what she's like. This is the kind of thing that I'm talking about, the effective use of visuals to help engross us in the world that's being presented to us. Friendship is Magic does this extremely well. So well, in fact, that's helped certain background characters become a huge part of the fan base, not just the main characters. I mean, when you really get down to it, Derpy and Doctor Who's have no character at all in the show. Really, they were just meant to be Background Pony 1 and Background Pony 2. But then the fandom noticed, hey, that one has silly eyes, and this one kind of looks like a pony version of the Doctor. Creating characters purely off of visuals. This is why I prefer mediums of a visual form as opposed to simply the written word or the spoken word, because we're given this whole other level of work to interpret and analyze. I've always found it really strange whenever people brush off the visual issues of a piece of media and act like it's just nitpicking to complain about it. Visuals are one of the most important parts, hence why it's called a visual medium. I mean, let's be honest here. Would MLP be nearly as interesting to watch if they had the animation of, say, I don't know, Johnny Test? Probably not. And that's not to knock the hard work of the writers, voice actors, etc, etc. I'm just saying that the animation is really important to make a good cartoon work, just like good artwork is important to make a good comic book work. Just as much as any other part of it, the writing, the acting, etc, etc. I mean, come on, is complaining about this really nitpicking? No, it's being annoyed that the illusion is being broken by something that's clearly not up to snuff. It's sort of like magic. It's all about misdirection. It's about making us forget to some extent that what we're looking at isn't real. So when something looks really terrifying when it's supposed to be cute, oh god, put it away, or looks silly when it's supposed to look badass, we fall out of that illusion. That's why it's so important to make something work on a visual standpoint. I don't think it'd be nearly as easy to keep my mind in the world of Equestria if it still looked like this. Well, I suppose I've made my point. Thank you for watching. If you like this video and want to see more, hit subscribe, maybe leave a comment. If you're interested in my other work, check out my Ask blog on Tumblr, my Webcomic Badvibe, or check out my DeviantArt. All three will be in the description. I'm currently taking chibi commissions through PayPal and I'm planning to do other types of commissions later, and any will be appreciated. You can find the prices on my DA account if you're interested. This has been CryptFang, and may you find joy in this day. Or money. Yeah, money's good.